Hey guys, my name is Kimmye Bohannon and I'm the owner and founder of the Weekly Juicery. I'm recording this video to help you get the most bang for your buck out of your custom juice cleanse. We're so excited that you are working with us. I truly feel like that juice cleanse work, especially when repeated, is one of the most healthy habits that you can take on. And I talk a lot about making choices every day, every week, every month that really help more closely align your health span to your lifespan. We all want to live for very long, productive lives, but we want to do so, in my opinion, in the most optimal health. Therefore, our health span would want to be very closely aligned with our lifespan, which stated another way is just that we want to spend the largest majority of our life in really great health, where we're vibrant and youthful and really have a lot of vitality. Juice cleansing work is one of the most anti-aging things that you can do. My favorite detox teacher, Natalia Rose, always talks about kind of reversing our trips around the sun with the super healthy choices that we're making. So congratulations to you for taking on a juice cleanse. It is one of the best things that you can do to elevate your health span and your well-being. You will receive the cleanse via FedEx, most of you. A few of you guys may be picking up if you're local to Louisville, Lexington, or Cincinnati, where we have retail locations. But other than that, you'll be receiving your cleanse in the mail, and it will come via FedEx. It will come in a spaceship-like box. You can see the tracking number is actually a part of this email. And so you can watch your cleanse kind of in transit. It will come in a spaceship-looking box wrapped up in a liner, and you'll just want to take the juices out and put them in the fridge when they arrive. Our juices are, a couple of notes about them. They are raw and alive. And that's funny to think about, but really true. Our juice has not been treated with pasteurization or heat or high pressure processing, which is just really high pressure. Both of those preservation techniques are designed to extend the shelf life of your juice, and both of those treatments should be avoided. So if you are at a grocery or you're somewhere going to just buy a juice, make sure that it has not been treated with one of those applications. And a great way to tell is by just looking at the shelf life. The use-by date should be within 3 days of when you're buying it. And that ensures that it's a raw product. When the juice is alive, that really potent vital enzyme from the vegetables can really do its job inside our body. If we destroy kind of those vital enzymes, in my opinion, the juice is really nutritionally dead. So avoid juice that's been treated. Our juices are also certified organic by the USDA, and that again is one of the most important components when you're drinking juice. This is the juice that I'm drinking now. It's one of my favorites. It's called Debo's Remedy, and you can see that it has the USDA certified organic seal. That's their trademark, and for you as a consumer, an insurance policy that we are absolutely forbidden from putting a conventionally grown vegetable or fruit into the juice. Everything that goes in has to be certified organic and from a certified organic farm. Our juices are also free of any additives or refinements, so you're getting the highest quality juice that we can make. So make sure it gets to the fridge. It's not designed to kind of stay outside of temperature. When your juice arrives, it should be cool to the touch. It won't be icy cold, and that's perfectly fine. It should just be cool to the touch. Go ahead and put them in the refrigerator. If for some reason your juice arrives warm or the bottle's swollen, you'll just know that it's not exactly right. From time to time, that does happen. A shipment gets held at a FedEx station. Just alert our order line, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment, and we'll get a replacement sent to you. So a couple of tips and tricks about doing a really well-executed cleanse. The first is that you want to remember that you're going to be drinking a lot of water throughout the day as well. And I always like to describe water as sort of like the rinse cycle. So you want to be prepared to drink tons of water that day. I always tell people really every day you should do this, but certainly during a cleanse, to try and aim at 100 ounces of room temperature water every day, especially when you're doing a cleanse. You don't meet many unhealthy people that follow this practice. And I can also share that that is a great tip and trick to increase your health span. Your body needs lots of water, and most humans are really run low on their water intake every day. So try and make that your new healthy habit. The second thing to avoid, the first thing to avoid, is chewing gum or mint eating. Mints, candies. I think sometimes we think about those things as really making our cravings less or really curbing our appetite or hunger. But in truth, when we chew gum and we eat mints, it kind of gets our digestive sort of fluids going, which tells our body, oh, it's time to digest something. And in this case, you're not going to be digesting anything. You're doing extended digestive rest, which is one of the, again, best things you can do for your body to give it this much needed vacation. So no gum chewing and no mint eating. The other sort of tip and trick I would say is related to coffee. I get that question all the time. Can I have coffee? And if you are someone who does not abuse caffeine, which is to say that you just have a small cup of coffee in the morning and then go about your day, then it is perfectly fine for you to have a cup of coffee in the morning before you begin your cleanse. If you want to go super purist and really kind of do nothing, that obviously is ideal, but one cup of coffee is not going to, change the outcome of your cleanse. Green tea would be a preferred alternative, or any herbal tea, and you could drink that all day long during the cleanse. So it's sometimes nice to drink something warm, especially if you're doing this in winter. The juice is cold, the water is not that warm, so it's really nice for some warm tea. So that works great. You're going to want to finish your juices around 2 hours before you go to bed. So you can kind of back out, depending on what bedtime is for you. You can kind of back up from there. Generally speaking, you would want to start your first juice probably around 9 a.m. And that's probably the second most often question I get is, oh my gosh, which order do I drink the juices in? And in large part, the order of the juices are superfluous. You're going to have 6 total. But I'm going to give you my most recommended order and the order that I would enjoy them, because that's a question that I get a lot. And I think I do have kind of a generally well thought out order. So I'm going to share that with you now. The first juice, first I'm going to show you the cooler bag that your juices will come in. It's insulated. So that you can take it with you the next day on your, work or errands. If you're going to be, moving around the day of your cleanse, it's nice to just have your juices with you. Also, you'll find 2 ice packs in the cleanse that you can just put back in your freezer, refreeze them so they're ready. So the first juice that you'll be enjoying, and I like this one to come first, is the Lovely Lemon. This juice, the real intent and purpose of it is that it makes our bloodstream and sort of our body's pH slightly alkaline. Most of us run slightly acidic. Beer, wine, coffee, tea, soda, stress, all these things cause some acidity in the body, and we really are looking for a slightly alkaline pH. The Lovely Lemon is kind of the prep to sort of get our body ready to receive all these wonderful nutrients and enzymes and minerals from the dark green juices and all the fun stuff we're going to be enjoying later. So this one is first. This juice is very lively. It's called the Lovely Lemon for a reason. So it has cayenne pepper, cold pressed lemon, and alkaline water. If it's too lively for you, not a problem. You can dilute half in water and then enjoy the other half later. Not a problem at all. The other option is, if it's just way too lively for you, is that maybe you just enjoy 1/4 of it and then you put this in the water that you're going to be drinking all day long. That's also another good thing to do. So Lovely Lemon is first. After that, the order, again, somewhat superfluous. But I do think that this order works very well, especially in the context that most of you guys are doing great exercise programs. And so there are a couple juices that are great for rehydration and reducing inflammation. So I sort of think this order works great. But again, if it's not for you, you can change that up. The next juice that I would enjoy is the green juice. Sometimes in the cleanse, the green juice is green lemonade, sometimes green acres, sometimes bluegrass sunrise. I do switch that up just seasonally and depending on the organic produce that's available. The green juice is, I mean, you pretty much have to learn to love green juice. I know sometimes it's a little off-putting, especially if you're new, to think about drinking something that's kind of like a salad. I can tell you that not a day goes by that I don't have green lemonade or green acres, because this is really like a lot of bang for your juicing buck. People drink green juice because they want this overload of high-frequency vegetables, those dark leafy greens. You just couldn't possibly eat the amount of kale or romaine that's in this bottle. It's super concentrated. It's in liquid form. The insoluble fiber is gone, so your body can just kind of sit back and absorb all the nutrients that it needs. So it's really kind of a power pack. I can also tell you that if green lemonade is not your favorite this time, that the more you do this work, the more your body will begin to appreciate this one. This is our best seller, even though it's one of the most sort of veggie potent juices that we make. So there's a reason for that. People keep drinking it and they feel so good when they're done. So you will too. If this is your first try, take it slow and learn to love the green juice. The second juice that I would recommend is a juice called the inflammation tonic. This would be the one that I would drink next around lunchtime. It is designed to reduce inflammation in the body, hence the inflammation tonic. This one, in my humble opinion, is absolutely delicious. It is very refreshing. It could work after a workout or before. Some people have sort of referred to this as sort of the blue, sort of nature's Gatorade. And it could be that. As you know, sports drinks are laden with lots of things we don't want to consume. So this would be a good replacement for that. It is unpasteurized coconut water, a little bit of cold-pressed orange, a little bit of cold-pressed lemon, and it has an ingredient called Blue Magic by E3 Live. And that's really the inflammation sort of trigger here, that the E3 Live is there, and that's the design of that particular superfood. So this one would be my juice number 3. I get a lot of questions too about spacing between juices, and that again is really a personal thing. I would generally say around an hour to 2 hours apart, but if you're just feeling like, I want to have 2 all at once, there's absolutely no problem in doing that. So listen to your own body in that sense before you sort of make a prescribed schedule. But anything works. Try for an hour or so, but again, anything works. The next juice that I would enjoy, and this one would be for sure after a workout, or it doesn't have to be, but this is fantastic after a workout. It's called the Fellow Melon. It is absolutely fantastic. It is watermelon and lemon. This is a juice that we cannot make year-round. If you are watching this video and doing the cleanse anytime from October to say May, we may or may not be able to include the Fellow Melon, but there would be another juice that would have a similar benefit kind of package for you. But the Fellow Melon is watermelon and lemon. Watermelon is fantastic at replacing electrolytes, rebalancing them after a workout. If we're doing a heavy workout, especially a cardio one, we're sweating, our electrolytes are sort of changing in our body, and this is a great way at kind of rebalancing them. It's a great source of potassium, and this really tastes delicious. You're going to love this one. So this would be number 4 if I were giving you kind of the most perfect order for the cleanse. Next up, around 4:30, 5-ish in the afternoons, you'll be ready for juice number 5. I like to save the beet juice for that time of day. I'm actually having my beet juice a little bit early today because I'm feeling a little tired, and I always feel this great burst of energy from the beet juice. Again, this is one that will change just depending on seasonal availability. And so, this one is Sweet Beet Punch, but it might be Debo's Remedy or Orange You Happy. The point is our beet juices they have a lot of beet in them. So that's kind of what we're going for here. I feel a great energy lift from drinking beet juice. I also feel just like a lot of focus and clarity. So I like to save this one for 4:30 or 5 o'clock because Personally, for me, I feel like that time of day when I'm doing a juice cleanse, it's just the stinking time of day I want to eat something. And, we're not going to eat something. So we're doing we're doing the 1 day cleanse. We're giving our body this extended period of digestive rest. So I feel like the beet juice, even though it's still the same viscosity as all the other juices, I just feel like it's a little more satisfying, and it kind of gives me that sort of energy I need to get through the evening. So this would be number 5. Last up, and some say we save the best for last. This is our house-made almond milk called a Nutty Date. Again, if you want to have this one as number 2, perfectly fine. But I think that saving this until the end is really a nice treat. It just is a great sort of, it has a little bit of sweetness from a date. And so, we use a date to kind of give it a little sweet. It just tastes really, really good and filling, and just kind of the great thing to do before bed. So again, finish it around 2 hours before you plan on going to bed. We never want to put food or anything into our body too close to bedtime where we're going to be lying flat, which is a harder way to digest. So that's sort of another pro tip that you could take away, which is say try not to eat within 2 hours of bedtime ever. But a Nutty Date is a great treat. Again, we do use certified organic almonds. We make the almond milk ourselves. We put a little vanilla and a little date, and it is just absolutely delicious. So this is a great treat. I think it's really satisfying too, to sort of hold you over until the morning. So that's another reason I save that till the end. So to finish up, I want to talk about just a couple of things to think about the next day. So the intent of the 1 day cleanse is that you would spend the day at digestive rest, which is to say that you would drink juice in the morning, and then you would go to sleep, and then wake up the next day, and then break your fast at that point. Hopefully around 11, 12 the next day. Then you've had a very long period of digestive rest, which again is one of the most beneficial things that you can do, in my opinion, for your health span and just your overall vitality. So congrats to you for taking this on. In terms of breaking your fast, perhaps a smoothie, a small salad, another juice if you saved half for the next day, which is something that you can sometimes do if that works for you. So that would be my kind of breaking the fast. We wouldn't want to break our fast after a day of juice cleansing with a heavy steak, a baked potato, bread. Try and think about eating a little light the next day. I think that's just, again, giving your body a little chance to kind of come back into digesting things easily. So there's my notes on breaking the fast. If for some reason, it's 7 o'clock at night and you just feel like, on the day of your cleanse, you just feel like, I have to eat something, then that's all right. You have had a long day of an extended fast, and listen to your body. So I want to give you just a couple suggestions of what I might suggest if you needed to do that. Number 1, a handful of raw carrots or cucumbers or celery with a little sea salt. Most of the time that will do the trick. Just doing a little chewing will satisfy sort of this idea that we really need to eat. I would avoid really heavy foods. I would not use nuts or seeds. I would certainly not do any processed foods. If you're really, really feeling like you have to eat something, maybe a small salad, but maybe skip the heavy dressings, maybe just a little olive oil. Again, try and keep the portion sizes about the size of your hand. That's really the size of our stomach, and we don't want to be overflowing, especially on our day of digestive rest. So I think those are my best tips and tricks for doing the cleanse. I'll also be sharing a video with you when your cleanse is complete about my sort of 5 top 10 things that I think, or the 5 best things that I think you can do to really extend the benefits of your cleanse. And that's just simply to say some kind of healthy habits that you might take on, to extend the benefits. So thank you so much for choosing us to work with to do your cleanse. We do make everything to order. Nothing is mixed in large batches. We really do try and provide you with the highest quality, well-made juice for your health journey. If you have more questions that I did not answer here, Our company is about education. We want to share knowledge with you and we want to help. Please call our juice hotline at 859-550-3218, or you can send an email to orders@theweeklyjuicery.com. We man our line generally 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time. And if for some reason you get voicemail, we can get right back to you in those hours, or we'll get back to you the very next day. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And if you want to we love to see where our juices are going around the country. That's really exciting for us. If you want to snap a picture for us on social media, we love that. And we choose one person that submits a photo for a free cleanse each month. So we would love for you to do that for us. And thank you again for working with us.